issue the writ of possession. You'll have 7 days to vacate. If you are not out in 7 days, then the sheriff will be able to execute the writ.
Man, Miss Green, you have to relax. You gotta relax. Jesus.
Anything else, Your Honor?
You gotta relax.
Jesus.
Relax.
Jesus. All right, so Ms. Green, it is my understanding that the defendant, Royal Palms, has gotten a judgment against you in magistrate court, and you are here because you are appealing that judgment. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, 1 second. Let me
May I say thank you for taking the time to hear this case. It's very important to me, and I'm honored to be among your presence this afternoon.
No problem, Ms. Green. It's kind of what I do. So let's see what we can do. Let me find the bench brief so I can go back to the procedural history on this. There we go.
Judge, can you take just a moment to meet me in a breakout room?
Yeah, hold on a second. One second, Miss Green, Mr. Green. I'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Green, I have a question. So Royal Palms Inn, is this like an extended stay or is this an apartment complex? Mr. Green, can you hear me? Can anybody hear me?
Okay.
Mr. Daniel Green?
This is Cecilia.
Yes,
No,
my client, Mr.
Mr. Green, your audio is horrible.
Are you there? I know.
Boy, you got slow internet and a cheap computer.
Might tell because they need to mute. I can hear feedback.
Yeah, Mr. Green,
This is Pastor Cecilia Green.
Mr. Daniel Green, Mr. Patel, Mr. Patel, I need to see you and I need y'all to,
No, Judge.
okay, that's better, Mr. Green, much better. I can hear you much better. So you can get rid of the one that's not working. Yeah, that's better.
Just look over the brief again.
All right.
Just give me 1 second. So Judge, this is my client is on. His name's Mike Patel. Mr. Patel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, could you answer the judge's question for me?
All right, Mr. Patel, can I see you?
I don't know. It's all.
Hold on. Yeah, are you on your phone?
No, I'm on the computer.
Don't see a video option. All right, so Mr. Green, is this an extended stay or is it an apartment complex?
No, this is not extended stay or apartment complex. This is a motel. Daily
Hotel.
rent. Right.
All right, and how long is the longest rental period?
We don't have a time frame. Tenant can stay as long as they pay the rent.
Okay, and how do they pay? Like, do they pay daily, weekly?
Only daily. No weekly, no monthly. We rent only on daily basis.
Okay. All right. 1 second. Miss Powell, print out the magistrate court judgment for me, please. Okay, so Miss Green, when did you start staying at the Royal Palms Inn?
Unfortunately, it was right during the COVID area when I and my son was, I have 2 sons, I and my youngest son was put in a precarious position as to where we were homeless and didn't have anywhere to go. And some of my my church brothers and sisters helped me to find a place. It wasn't every day at the start. It was whenever we could afford it. We did sleep in a lot of people's houses that we didn't know. And unfortunately, we had to stay in the car for one night.
Okay, how old is your son?
My youngest son is 27, and he basically paid 90% of whatever he got came from my son's paycheck. Your Honor, I would like to add something else if I could pertaining to this.
Sure.
It's so obvious that we have been dealt a really bad hand. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when Mr. Patel came over here on October the 31st and filed this hideous, I don't know what you want to call it, against us, he just didn't start out right. He didn't tell the truth about why he came over here. And I think it's really sad. If you're going to bring something like this against somebody, don't just tell your part of it, tell it all. And he left out a whole lot the day that he came over here on October the 31st and did this. And for me, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing, to be honest with you. I'm not being here.
Miss Green,
Yeah.
hold on a second, because this is a little bit, I know people are struggling, but you have two grown-ups, your son is working, but y'all have been in a hotel, not an extended stay, but just a daily hotel since COVID. That would have been like 2020, 2021, and y'all haven't moved forward from there. So let's talk about kind of the limits of how long you can stay in a hotel and what issues occurred such that an eviction was issued at the lower level. Okay.
This is why we were there, because we had actually been in a homeless state. It's not,
I got that.
not something I'm proud of, but we were seeking shelter wherever we could find shelter. And like I said, we stayed in a lot of people's houses that we didn't even know, between Rockdale County and Henry County and Clayton County. And so we were just looking for something, because I could not work and I only had a SSI income, which was not very much. And my son had a full-time job. And so he was able to carry the load while I was in this position of looking for somewhere to go. Now, we did apply in a lot of apartments in the vicinity, but because I didn't have a good income, along with my son's income, we were denied. That was 3 apartment buildings, I guess in the vicinity over there. And we tried and we were actually denied because of my income situation.
Okay.
I want to elaborate on why he came here, Your Honor. He came here
Your Honor,
about,
I'm gonna object to this, just
Hold on.
just going into, if I may.
Hold on, Mr. Green, because I'm trying to get the procedural history. I'm waiting for Mr. I'm looking, I understand that the dispossessory was initiated. There was an answer filed, judgment was granted, the judgment was appealed, and costs were paid. The issue that I have is that I don't have the printout for some reason.
Oh, I got you. I understand. I just
That's
thought,
what I'm looking at.
right. So when
Yeah.
she started testifying about why my client came to file, I just
No,
want to
but-
object. Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Green, Miss Green, hold on just a second, because I need to know what happened below before we can move forward up here. That's it? Okay. All right, Miss, oh, thank you. Maybe it's in this stat. Maybe I mixed it up. Okay, so what was the basis of Mr. Patel filing for eviction? Was it non-payment?
Correct.
Okay.
Your Honor,
I'm sorry, Judge. I just sent you a message. I was looking in the wrong place. I do have
Yeah.
that.
Thank you. Because I got the other stuff, but this is not helping me understand what happened below.
Your Honor, we
Yes.
were paying until my son's job was taken overnight, and we were paying really good until Mr. Patel scammed my son out of almost $4,000 using aliases called Cash App Taylor Sugar Mama.
Okay, hold on.
That's how this came out.
Hold on, Miss Green. Hold on.
Just tell it all.
Miss Green. Miss Green, hold on. I need to know what happened below before I can move forward with this, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Green, what is the amount of the non-payment?
Through today's date, Judge,
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm showing a balance of $9,653.05.
Your Honor, that's correct.
Hold on, Miss Green. Hold on. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to tell me everything you need to tell me. I just need to know how much is charged, how much they're asking for, what the magistrate court knew. Okay, what is the daily rate?
Your Honor, the daily rate is $69.95.
Okay, and how many days overdue is she?
Oh, a lot, Your Honor. This dates back. And Mr. Patel, do you happen to know the last day that you received a payment?
Yes.
It might be back in was it February 2021?
When did she start paying, you mean?
When was the last day you received a payment?
That was in October 2024, October 2025.
Come in.
Okay.
For September's rent.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, because what he's asking for on October 31st of 2024 was $2,308.30 for possession of the premises. And then it does list $69.95. So since October of 31st of 2024, we've gotten $6,000 more dollars.
Yeah, Judge, because it's $69.95 a day, which equates to approximately $2,168.45 a month. So I'm not great at math, Judge, but
okay,
that's about $6,500 already added to what she already knew. So that's how we got to around the 9,000.
Okay, all right. Now, Miss Green, tell me what your appeal is based on, because the court granted possession and judgment against you. What is your appeal based on? Oh, before you start, let me tell you, there's only certain things that I can consider based on the law. But one of the things that a lot of people who are in a tenant position don't understand is that if you are in possession of the property, meaning if you are still living in the property, you have to pay the rent. Hardship is not an excuse. I don't have the money is not an excuse. You have to pay the rent. If you cannot pay the rent, then they're entitled to that. Even if there are things that they need to fix or repair, you still have to pay the rent. You can ask for a deduction or an offset, but you still have to pay the rent. So as long as you're in the property, the landlord is entitled under Georgia law, they're entitled to have the rent paid. So now tell me what's going on that you now owe $9,653.05.
Your Honor, when I went in on a Friday, 1/1/24, that's 11-1-24, to pay what I could pay based on my son's part-time salary. These are the words that I heard, and I'm quoting. The process have already begun. I can no longer take any payments from you. I have filed a petition against you. Your Honor.
That is correct. Under the law, Ms.
Ms.
Green, Ms.
Yes.
Green, he filed on October 31st. Under the law, he cannot take any money after he is filed for eviction because that would invalidate the eviction. So he is legally correct. On November 1st of 2024, he could not accept any money if he still wants possession of the property and he wants to come before the court. So that is correct.
Okay, can I proceed, Your Honor?
Sure.
So when I went in, I asked him to take whatever we could, regardless of what he had already done. And his thing was, I cannot accept any money anymore.
And
Well,
he's correct.
Well, what do you expect me to do? He turned me down. He did not accept anything from us. I wasn't gonna go over there every day and
No, ma'am.
beg him
At
to
that
take
point,
money.
Ms. Green, you have an option. You have the option to leave, or to pay the entire amount. If he won't take the amount that's owed, then you have the option to leave, but he's under no legal obligation to take less than what he is owed. If he says that it's $69 a day and you don't pay $69 a day, and I get it, your son has a part-time job and you're on SSI, but if you don't pay $69 a day, he can file for an eviction and the court can hear it and they can rule on it. You haven't given me a legal basis for why you should still be in this man's property.
Your Honor,
No, yes, ma'am.
he has committed so many crimes against.
I'm gonna
Then
object
that's-
to this, Judge.
Mr. Green, you can object all you want. Miss Green, if it is a crime, if there's something criminal that happened, you need to march down to the police station and file a police report or take out a warrant. If the police are not willing to pursue it, the matter criminally, you have the right as a citizen to attend a warrant hearing, and have a judge determine whether you as a private citizen can bring a criminal warrant. But that has nothing to do with evictions.
That is exactly what I did on the morning of 11/1. I went to the Clayton County Police Department.
Okay, that's not anything criminal. That's not gonna be relevant.
I know, but I'm just telling you, you just mentioned, I think I heard that right, correct me if I'm wrong, that I should have went down and filed a report
No,
against.
I said that is something you can do. I'm not telling you to do it or not do it.
I did it.
Wh-
I did
What
it.
I'm saying to you is you have not given me yet a legal reason why Mr. Patel is not entitled to have his property and his judgment.
Your Honor, he wouldn't take any money, and I didn't know.
Ms. Green, I have told you before, he's not required under the law. It would be wrong for him to take money after he files. He filed on October 31st. The very next day, he cannot take money.
So what am I supposed to do when I
Leave.
have the money, ma'am?
You don't have all of the money. Do you have $9,653?
The day that I went in to pay him, I had got some help from other people, and he said he wouldn't take it.
Okay,
And now
because
that he wouldn't take it, what am I supposed to do? It accumulated because he would not take anything.
Miss Green, Miss Green, just let me be honest with you, ma'am. What he really wants is you out. He wants you out.
But you
He's
know what's
entitled
really-
to
You know
that.
what's really sad? He committed all these crimes against us, and now he
I'm
wants.
gonna object to that, Judge.
And that's fine, but that's a
No, it's not
separate
fine.
thing.
Wrong.
That's not something that we can handle here. You're not going to address the crimes by staying in his property.
I have already addressed the crimes. I went to.
Okay, then staying in his property is not going to address the crimes. I'm going to give you one more opportunity to give me any legal reason why I should not affirm the decision of the magistrate court.
Because I have nowhere to go. This man.
Okay, that's not a legal reason.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say it like this. What he did to us, what he has put us through is criminal. And it's a sad day when it seems like crimes are okay for some people and not all right for others. He has been eavesdropping on all of my phone conversations for 4 years.
I'm gonna object to
I
this.
don't even have peace anymore on my phone because
Miss Green, let me tell you, ma'am, the option is to leave. He controls the building. I can't
where do
say
you
whether,
go when you
Miss
don't
Green,
have nowhere to go? Where do you
I'm not
go?
sure, Miss Green, and it breaks my heart, but let me just tell you, there are people in tough situations on both sides. If you think about it, you're saying, let me stay here because I don't have any place to go. But what you're doing is denying Mr. Patel money that should be going into his business or to his family because you're saying, I'm gonna just stay in. No, listen to me.
What about what he
Listen,
scammed from us, ma'am?
Listen to me. You're saying, I deserve to stay here because I don't have any place to go, but you're denying the fact that he bought this business to make money and to support himself and his family. And you're denying him that money because you don't have any place to go. That's not it. You are responsible for yourself. Your grown son is responsible for himself. You are not Mr. Patel's responsibility. You are not. And as heartbroken as I am that you are in the situation that you're in, that is not Mr. Patel's responsibility. If you believe he's done something wrong or criminal, you have avenues for that. You can sue civilly, you can go and pursue criminal matters, but this is not the way you address that. So at this time, because you have not given me anything that shows you have a legal right to possess the property, at this time, the court is going to grant Mr. Patel the $9,653.05 of the judgment that he obtained from magistrate court. I'm going to affirm that judgment, and I'm also going to give him a right of possession, a writ of possession for 7 days from today. Okay, so you'll have 7 days to vacate the property.
He scammed us out of money, and that's one of the reasons why we couldn't.
Ms. Green, unmute, officer. Let me hear her. Ms. Green, I'm sorry for the situation you are in, but ma'am, that's not Mr. Patel's responsibility.
Yes,
And if he's, and if he,
us, ma'am,
but then that is,
us.
then you go to the police and pursue a criminal action.
I've done that. I've done that. I have a case number 240
Okay, that's fine.
6962.
Then
I've
you
done that. Yes.
Okay, but that doesn't mean you get to stay in his property.
Ma'am, we have been taking so much from this man. It seems like he's getting away with all these crimes and nobody seems to care about what it has impacted our household income and why we couldn't pay to stay over there because he took so much from us from the get-go. He's done this in the broad daylight, ma'am. I'm not lying to you.
I'm not saying that you are, Ms. Green. What I'm saying to you is in the context of an eviction, those are not things I can consider. What I can consider is you have not given me a legal reason for you to stay in the property.
He took from us and we couldn't pay him anymore.
Okay, so unmute, please. I know she's talking, but that's okay. So, Ms. Green, unfortunately, the court is going to have to affirm the decision of the magistrate court. I'm going to issue the writ of possession. You'll have 7 days to vacate. If you are not out in 7 days, then the sheriff will be able to execute the writ.
Ma'am, Ms. Green, you have to relax. You gotta relax.
You done,
You gotta
y'all?
relax.
Anything else, Your Honor?
You gotta relax.
Jesus.
You gotta relax.
Jesus.
All right, Mr. Green, do you have an order?
Your Honor, I will get an order to, who would you like me to email the proposed order?
Ms. Powell.
Yes, Judge. And then Judge, if I may, I don't know if you want me to wait, but I need to address another case with you. I think I made a big grave mistake. I thought this case was on this calendar, and it looks like it might have been on your 11 o'clock calendar.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Which calendar is that?
Judge, it was Velocity Investments versus
Oh, yeah.
Charmaine Age. I